Hey there, Justin Fleming here with Chin McQuaid Fleming Harris and another monthly statistics update. This is for the beginning of February 2023. So happy February and happy Groundhog's Day. Hope you're having a lovely winter season. I really wanted to kind of just go back and compare the last couple of months. December traditionally is a little bit of a slower month, and this last December fell right in line with that, which echoed into some information for January. So in December, we actually only had 87 properties go under contract. And with that, those numbers echoed through to January. In that January, we only had 84 properties close across the entire Park City MLS. As you can imagine, oftentimes these numbers tend to correlate. The number of under contracts in one month correlate to the number of sales in the following month. Looking at the January in comparison, we actually increased from 87 in December under contracts to 123. So the number of under contracts went up by about 40%. Pretty significant jump at that point in time. And then also looking at new listings, in December, total listings that came to market in the entire Park City MLS was 144 listings. And January, that number jumped up to 192%. So about a 33% increase in the number of listings that came to market. As we kind of look back 6 months ago and we look at the number of listings that we had last summer, we were at very low numbers at that point in time. We were probably trending at about only having 67% of our typical inventory, so roughly down 35% from our traditional historic norms. So looking from 6 months ago to now, our inventory numbers have actually dropped an additional 20% from just last summer. Certainly impacting our overall inventory. One thing that we are starting to see, and you see some links to it here in the newsletter, is that we do have, call it some shadow inventory or some new construction inventory that's not actually hitting the MLS, but is available for purchase. And most of that is over at the new Mayflower Resort off of Highway 40. Certainly some opportunities there. Please feel free to reach out to myself or anybody on the team to learn some additional details about those opportunities. Looking back a year ago, so we were the beginning of 2022, we were still kind of in the height of the pandemic flare, not very many listings on the market. And you looked at the average price of the listing to the price that it sold, and we were almost always selling above the list price. The average sold price to list price was 102%. So people were paying more than the list price. Fast forward to today, and that number is actually between 96 and 97% of the list price is where the average property is selling. So what we're seeing ultimately, the meaning there is that sellers and buyers are realizing that, hey, we need to be fluid in this market. And we're seeing a little bit of a discount from the sellers. However, that's not a deep discount. It's a handful of percent. We'll see if that's really just kind of a combination of reduced inventory and also a kind of a combination of sellers understanding where the market is and buyers understanding where the market is as well. The balance in the market at this point in time really kind of is feeling quite balanced. It's really not favoring buyers or sellers, only that we're having a shortage of inventory still. Would love to be able to help you understand some additional statistics about any particular areas. This information was in relation to the entire Park City MLS. So a pretty broad picture. Please feel free, like I said, to reach out to myself or anybody on the team. We'd be happy to give you any particular details or help you with any particular listing. You have a good one. Take care.